Madam Suhaila, and today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite books called The Witches by Roald Dahl. Okay, and this book has been illustrated by Quentin Blake, okay, who is a frequent collaborator for Roald Dahl books. Okay, so why do I like this book so much? So basically, when I was young, about 11 years old, I actually watched a movie called The Witches. And at that point, I didn't know that it was based on a book. So the movie left a very deep impact on me because for a 10-year-old student, it was so scary. You know, I saw women with no hair, they were bald, okay, and they had claws, you know, and they were doing nasty things, okay, to children. So I thought, yeah, I need to find out more. So at that point in time, there were no internet like now, okay, and the internet was not very widespread. So what did I do? I had to go to the library. So when I went to the library, I found out that, hey, actually it's a book. Okay, so I'm going to read to you a few pages from this book called The Witches. Are you ready? Right, let's go. Okay, so let me just continue to read, but before that, I will just want to show you the illustration from the book. Okay, so we have here the characters from the book. We have boy, okay, we have grandmother, okay, and we have the Grand High Witch. Okay, she's actually my favorite character in this story, right, because she's just so devilish. Okay, and we have a few other characters as well who also help in one way or another. So without further ado, let me just go on and read to you. Okay, Roald Dahl, The Witches. Okay, a note about witches. In fairy tales, witches always wear silly black hats and black cloaks, and they ride on broomsticks. But this is not a fairy tale. This is about real witches. The most important thing you should know about real witches is this. Listen very carefully. Never forget what is coming next. Real witches dress in ordinary clothes and look very much like ordinary women. They live in ordinary houses and they work in ordinary jobs. That is why they are so hard to catch. A real witch hates children with a red-hot, sizzling hatred that is more sizzling and red-hot than any hatred you could possibly imagine. A real witch spends all her time plotting to get rid of the children in a particular territory. Her passion is to do away with them one by one. It is all she thinks about the whole day long. Even if she is working as a cashier in a supermarket, or typing letters for a businessman, or driving around in a fancy car, and she could be doing any of those things, her mind will always be plotting and scheming and churning and burning and whizzing and fizzing with murderous bloodthirsty thoughts. Which child, she says to herself all day long, exactly which child shall I choose for my next squelching? A real witch gets the same pleasure from squelching a child as you get from eating a plateful of strawberries and thick cream. She reckons on doing away with one child a week. Oops, anything less than that, and she becomes grumpy. One child a week is 52 a year. Squish them and squiggle them and make them disappear. That is the motto of all witches. Alright, boys and girls, I hope you will enjoy reading this book if you decide to take it in the future. Okay, please go ahead and go to our school library and do borrow it because it's very interesting, and I trust you will not be disappointed. And just to take note, there is actually a new version of this movie coming up. So boys and girls, if you really enjoy the book, you can watch the movie after that. Okay, see you. Bye bye. Take care.
That sounded scary, but it was exciting. I wonder what will happen to the rest of the characters in the book. Will they be eaten up by the witch?
I want to know the ending of the book too. I shall try to look for the book in libraries.
Me too. There are some book recommendations by teachers as well. Let's take a look at one of them.